everyone, these are the staff instructions for the STEAM program, the Archimedes Screw. These instructions are intended for you to help understand the program, not necessarily to be shown to the kids. So let's get started. The Archimedes Screw is an ancient form of technology. It was used to lift water. So it's a spiral encased in a tube, if you will, and it'll lift the water up through the rings of the spiral to a higher point. So this is what our Archimedes screw will look like. It's made out of cardstock and paper, and then on the inside you'll create this spiral along the square rod piece. These are the pieces that you will get. They'll be on 1 or 2 sheets. First, you'll want to create the rod using the longer rectangular piece that's also labeled rod. The highlighted part in red is the part that you'll need to cut out. Cut along those sides, and then the other piece is the piece that will become the lever. There's 2 pieces, a longer piece and a shorter piece. Cut those out as well and go ahead and set them to the side because we won't use them yet. So to create the rod, you want to fold along the dashed lines and then fold it into just a square. Tape it on the ends, and that's your first piece. So we're going to leave the lever aside for a second, and then we're going to go ahead and cut out the circles so that we can create our spiral. So cut along the solid line on the outside. And then this is a little different than the rectangular pieces. You'll actually cut the dashed lines. So cut into the square piece and then cut all of those dashed lines. And then the solid ones around the square you'll fold. So it'll look like this once it's cut out and it's cut in the right places. Then you'll fold along the sides of the square, and you'll end up with these little triangle pieces, and it'll look like this. These circle pieces are created to fit around the square rod. So attach it further to one end, about 1 inch from one end, and then just tape the square pieces onto the rod. As you go around, lower the pieces a little bit, kind of put the triangle at a diagonal-ish. The bottom will be diagonal, and then tape them with just a small piece of tape will be fine. Tape them to the rod, and then this will start to create your spiral. What you'll want to do now is continue along with these circle pieces. Just keep lowering a little bit to create the spiral, and then your finished spiral will look like this. This one is created with 4 circles, so you can use more or less. I think it's better to have a bigger distance between the circles. So next, you'll need to cut just a regular piece of cardstock to the length of your spiral so that it covers all of it. Next, you'll tape that piece that you just cut around the outside of the spiral. This will keep what we're trying to lift from just falling off, because then it wouldn't work. So we'll just tape that around really tight so that it's just tension that's really holding it in place. You don't need to worry about trying to tape the spirals to the paper. Just tape the paper tight around the outside and it'll stay in place. Next, we're going to create the lever. So those pieces that you put to the side, go ahead and find them again. There's 2 pieces, a shorter piece and a longer piece. So these look almost the same as the rod, except that I've colored in a square piece that will need to be cut out. So cut the square black piece out, and it will allow you to fit it to the rod. So just fold along the dashed lines just like you did the rod, and then fit it on top of the rod as so. Create a right angle with the longer piece first, and then fold the smaller piece of the lever. That'll be like your handle. So it's a little bit shorter. You'll do the same thing. It'll fit right on top of the longer lever piece, excuse me. And there you have it.